what is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV tonight. This Friday night from the NYC Arena, House of Glory Wrestling returns to bring things to the extreme with Extreme Warfare 2018, and we are here to bring you our official preview and predictions right here and right now. My name is Nick Nightmare, and you are watching the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's Extreme Warfare 2018 preview and prediction show right here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Let's do it. Yeah!
The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
All right, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me. Like I said at the top of this thing, this Friday, October the 5th, 2018, at the NYC Arena, House of Glory Wrestling presents Extreme Warfare for 2018. An absolutely stacked card, an amazing event being put forward by the premier independent wrestling organization in all of the United States, House of Glory Wrestling. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Sledgehammer TV's preview of the show today. This ain't WWE Extreme Rules, baby. This is really going to show you the meaning of extreme. This is House of Glory's Extreme Warfare. 5 matches have been announced as of right now, and each one of them has me salivating at the thought of being in the arena this Friday night. I got a second row seat this time. That's a little aggravating. I usually get my front row ticket, but this show, just based off of one match, the first match that was announced, got the entire front row completely sold out before I can get my filthy, grubby little House of Glory loving fingers on my front row seat. So I'll be one row back, whatever. I'm still going to be in the house for the best wrestling promotion in New York City. They are throwing it down with this card. Let's go over this match card right now, because if you guys are like not even sure about whether you're going to go to this show, because I know they just had Chapter 3 2 weeks ago. Some of you guys might be on the fence. You know, we were just at House of Glory a couple of weeks ago, and Chapter 3 was one of the most intense and amazing events House of Glory has ever put on, which included the surprising, twisting turn of the Amazing Red as he pledged his full allegiance to the House of Gangone. So you might be on the fence about coming to this show. You just spent a little bit of money. You had a great time with us last weekend at the Elks Lodge. But I'm telling you right now, if you're on the fence, get the fuck off the fence and get your asses to HoGWrestling.net. Get yourself a ticket, because you are in store for one hell of a show. Let me tell you something else before we get into this show. For the last 2 weeks, I feel like I'm probably the hardest working person in House of Glory that is not actually a member of House of Glory. The amount of work I've been doing for the last couple of weeks has been absolutely insane. Between the editing and the recording, the pre-production, the post-production, the research, the pictures, everything that I got to do to bring this to you guys the way that I bring it to you, but it is worth all of my time, all of my effort, because I'm not part of the company right now, but I will be one day, and I'm telling you right now, it is worth every bit of my effort, because if you haven't come down to House of Glory yet, this is the show to come to. Get your asses to the NYC Arena, because let's check out this match card right now. We are going to start right off with the first of the 5 matches announced, which is going to be MBK, Murder by Kicks, Matt Travis versus Cash Flow, INC, Mr. Cash Flow, Ken Broadway. These are 2 of House of Glory's absolute best talents going to try to settle the score with each other once and for all, following Matt Travis's suffocation attempt at Chapter 3 on Cash Flow Chem Broadway. It is going to reach a boiling point as we come to Extreme Warfare this Friday night. This is one of House of Glory's most intense rivalries over the last year, and I cannot wait to see just how extreme these two guys get with each other. They were as close as brothers at one point, and you all know that when you are that close and then you have a falling out, it hits you harder to the heart. It hurts a whole lot more than if some schmuck on the street just decided to disrespect you. If your brother disrespects you, if your best friend disrespects you, if somebody that you love turns their back on you, it hurts. It sticks a dagger right in your back, and that is what is going on with Murder by Kicks and Cash Flow, and I'm so excited to see what these guys are going to bring to us at Extreme Warfare this Friday night. Hopefully they don't kill each other. That's all I hope for. I'm looking forward to an entertaining match, but I don't want to see either of these guys get hurt. They are probably one of my two personal favorites on the House of Glory roster. Matt Travis and Ken Broadway are next level talents. It's only a matter of time before you know who scoops them up, because they are that damn good, and so will this match end up being. I guarantee it. Another match that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Let's turn our attention to some tag team action for Friday night's event. LAX is going to be taking on Rich Swann and ACH for the House of Glory Tag Team Championship. This match could very well blow the roof off of the NYC arena as the kings of the House of Glory Tag Team Division and current Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions LAX take on a very formidable teaming. Rich Swann making his House of Glory debut and returning to House of Glory. ACH teaming up to take on the absolute best tag team in all of wrestling right now. LAX, like I tell you guys every time we talk about it, they bring the fun, they bring the party, they bring excitement and just absolute good times to the House of Glory arena, no matter if we're in the Elks Lodge or the Elmcourse Center or the NYC arena. They are one of the top acts in all of House of Glory, and let me tell you something about ACH and Rich Swann. We all know what Rich Swann is capable of. If you've been watching the WWE, you're familiar with the Cruiserweight Classic, if you're familiar with his work on 205 Live, you know that Rich Swann is a top-notch talent. ACH absolutely impressed me in my one and only viewing of him at a previous House of Glory event earlier on in the year. He is fucking great. His match with Evander James definitely put my eyes on him for sure, and I'm looking forward to this teaming. This is a high-octane duo. These guys really jump around and do a lot of flippy stuff, and even if that's not your kind of thing, they are going to make you enjoy the shit out of this match with that hard-nosed, gritty street style of LAX, the Boricua Passe. They are going to bring their A game, as they always do, to defend the House of Glory Championships. I cannot wait to see this tag team matchup. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Just like it's been absolutely fantastic to see Sonya Strong, finally the Reina de Lucha Libre of House of Glory Wrestling, seated atop the throne where she should be. The House of Glory Wrestling Women's Champion has got a tough test ahead of her, as Sonya Strong is going to be taking on Kimber Lee. In her first matchup since winning the women's title, Sonya Strong defends against Kimber Lee, and these two are no strangers to each other. Sonya Strong and Kimber Lee went one-on-one with each other in House of Glory before, but with the title on the line this time, can the former Mae Young Classic standout, also known as Abby Laith, unseat the Queen of House of Glory? I certainly don't think that'll be the case, but it remains to be seen this Friday night at Extreme Warfare. You guys better be down there. The House of Glory's women's division is growing by leaps and bounds. It has been headed by Sonya Strong for the last year and a half, 2 years since I've started going, and it's only just begun. Make sure you get down there. This is going to be a next level type of women's match. These are two of the top women talents in all of the independents, and I can't wait to see my girl Sonya Strong take Miss Kimber Lee to the woodshed. It's going to be great. Absolutely great. Another thing that's going to be great is going to see the leader of the House of Gangone, in which you see I am an absolute loyal member. I am always in this mask when I am in the NYC arena or anywhere when I am enjoying House of Glory. This is how you will see me for most of the night, because I am loyal to the House of Gangone, just like the Amazing Red is loyal to the House of Gangone following Chapter 3. If you guys haven't seen the Amazing Red's House of Gangone mask, I urge you right now to go to House of Glory's YouTube channel, not just to watch all of the fantastic wrestling action, but to see this sick fucking mask that I wish I can get my hands on. The Amazing Red is a full-fledged member of Anthony Gangone's stable, and I'm wondering what he is going to be doing for the House of Glory champion as he is getting set to take on his biggest test that he may have ever faced. Anthony Gangone taking on PCO, the House of Glory champion. Anthony Gangone, I don't think has faced anything like PCO. Pierre Ouellette, known by WWE fans around the world as one half of the Quebecers, and has been one of the absolute craziest stories in wrestling of 2018, and he is bringing that craziness to House of Glory this Friday night. The champ may be in extreme danger of losing that title, but I know that the leader of the house has got some sort of a plan in play in case things don't quite go the way we need them to go. We already discussed the Amazing Red being a full-fledged member, and if you don't think he's going to do whatever he can to make sure that his captain comes out on top as he goes up against one of the craziest guys we have seen in pro wrestling in a long time. Would you ever have imagined 10, 15, 20 years ago, however long ago it was, when he was coming down to the ring with Jacques Rougeau and they were the Mounties and Jimmy Hart was his manager, that you would see this guy the way he is today? He is an absolute nut job, and I am in fear for Anthony Gangone, but the rest of the boys will also be available at play. Juba will put PCO in his place if needed. Juba will destroy PCO with one hand. That's how good Juba is. My monster of House of Glory will single-handedly take out PCO if Anthony Gangone needs be, because that is what the Juggernaut Juba is all about. But we're talking about the absolute best talent that House of Glory has ever seen. The leader of the House of Gangone, Anthony Gangone, needs no help. He needs no help. But if he does, he's got Smiley, he's got Juba, we got Ezekiel Lewis, we've got Thomas Oden, he's got Bones, we got all the angles covered, and we ain't scared of no psychotic French-Canadian ex-WWE guy. You're going down, PCO, and Anthony Gangone will not let you down softly. You want to talk about not being soft? We are going to go on and talk about what I can consider the second main event of this evening, involving the Crown Jewel champion, Sami Callahan. He has been embroiled in a feud with Bully Ray via social media. He was calling in to Busted Open Radio, although Bully Ray wasn't there on the day he called in, just like a true chicken shit would do. Bully Ray's throwing him out there, calling him the Callahan Botch Machine. But we all know that the Callahan Death Machine is not something to be trifled with. Sami Callahan putting on some of the best matches we have seen all year long, especially the one he had in Impact Wrestling with Pentagon Jr., and it's going to be absolutely terrifying to see what takes place when Sami Callahan takes on Bully Ray. The Crown Jewel Championship, as far as I know, is not on the line in this matchup. But Sami Callahan has carved a path of destruction in House of Glory since winning the Crown Jewel title from Evander James and assaulting the voice of House of Glory, my good friend JD from New York, which is unacceptable, bro. You don't do that kind of shit, man. You're lucky I wasn't there, because I would have taken you out Bully Ray style. Boom, through the table, bro. Let's not get out of control. This all took place at Temperature Rising earlier in the year. At High Intensity 7, Bully Ray made an appearance at House of Glory to put Sami Callahan in his place after Callahan got into it with him on Twitter, and they were getting at each other all kinds of ways earlier in the year, just absolutely getting underneath each other's skin. And now, one of the most hardcore superstars of the current generation is going to be taking on one of the godfathers of hardcore wrestling, an ECW original, one of the innovators of Extreme, Bully Ray, and it's going to get extreme this Friday night at House of Glory's Extreme Warfare 2018. Those were the 5 confirmed matchups. The card, as always, is subject to change. We don't know really until we get there exactly what's going to go down, such as it is in the world of professional wrestling. No matter what company you go to, that is the case. But this is what I'm looking forward to. They have got my blood boiling in an extreme manner. I cannot wait for Friday night to show up. It'll also be very interesting to see what else will be transpiring, as the rest of the House of Glory roster, I'm sure, will be on hand for this tremendous night at the NYC Arena. One of the things I'm most looking forward to seeing is the New York Wrecking Crew, who made their return at Chapter 3, came on the scene and absolutely laid waste to Matthew Ryan Shapiro's new goons, the Royal Masons, trying to get back at Shapiro for giving them the shaft earlier on in the year before Chris Seaton got hurt. And I am looking forward to seeing some sort of a match between these two, because I know the Wrecking Crew is going to be looking to wreck some masonry in a big time way, and I'm going to be there to support them 100% of the way. Matthew Ryan Shapiro not having the best of years as of right now. His other charge, Mr. Evander James, a guy that I would like to call Mr. HoG, because he is consistently, from 2017 to 2018, put on one of the most, if not the most entertaining matchups of the night. Regardless who was across the ring from him, it didn't matter. Evander James has been fantastic. His loss to Sami Callahan can be blamed on the ineffectiveness of his lackluster fat bastard manager, Mr. Ryan Shapiro. Like I said in our last one, that would not be me. If I was a manager, we'd be going straight to the top, Mr. EJ. So take that into consideration. Put that in your cap. Tell Mr. Shapiro maybe you don't trust in him so much anymore. Maybe it's time to trust somebody else, and maybe it's time to put Mr. Shapiro into a nightmare of his own when Nick Nightmare comes along and helps Evander James get his vengeance on Shapiro for being so inept, so ineffective that it is unacceptable as a manager. You allowed him to lose his Crown Jewel Championship, and then you were not there to help him beat somebody as supposedly easy to beat as the slippery, buttery, margarine superstar Monte Kia, who got an upset victory over the Crown Jewel of House of Glory, Evander James. Where were you? Nowhere to be found. Maybe it's time for Evander James to move on. Or maybe, let me be a little bit nice to Mr. Shapiro for just a second, in the interest of fairness. Maybe it's just time for Shapiro to step up his game and straighten the ship and finally get back on course with the trust altogether. Stop worrying so much about the damn Masons and get your head straight about Mr. Evander James. I don't know if we're going to see any progression on any of those things, but those are two of the top stories coming out of Chapter 3 that I'm looking forward to seeing progress or come to some sort of a conclusion as we get set to take everything to the extreme this Friday night, October the 5th, 2018 at the NYC Arena in Jamaica, Queens. I am going to be there second row. or whatever, but I'm happy to be there. Second row is better than, I guess, general admission. I'm not going to poo-poo on anybody's seats, because every seat at a House of Glory event is a great seat. I just enjoy really being up close and being able to interact with the guys as everything's going on. I just love every single minute that I'm alive, every minute that I'm breathing a breath and I am in that arena. I just feel complete. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I wouldn't have a better night doing anything else anywhere in the world than if I was at House of Glory, which I hope you guys will join me there. Don't forget to come and say hello. I know some of you guys already have, and I'm very happy for you guys to have done so. I am so proud to have met all of my Sledgeheads at the last event, and I hope to meet more of you at this one. Don't forget to come by, say hi, and if you really feel nice, you could even buy me a beer. I am very accepting of any Bud Lights or Corona or anything that's not dark. I'm not that other guy that we love so much. I'm not JD. I don't drink that Guinness shit. Okay, and more power to him for doing so. I'm not a dark beer guy. I'm not a lager guy. I was born and raised in Queens, and all we drank down here was Old E and Bud. Alright, so if you want to come at me with a little Bud Light, that's all good. I will be very, very gracious to do so. Maybe we'll take some more pictures. You could tag me in it on the Instagram account at NIC_Nightmare, our official Instagram account. Don't forget to be following me on Twitter at Nick Nightmare is the handle there. And then check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. One of the many ways you could enjoy your Sledgehammer TV fix. And I hope to see each and every one of you guys this Friday night when House of Glory brings real warfare to the world of professional wrestling. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is my team, Thor the Sledgehammer, the official Sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, and the Wrestling God of Thunder, his tag team partner, the World Heavyweight Champion of Microphones, Mr. Blue the Snowball. Thank you guys for checking out the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's Extreme Warfare preview and predictions show. That is going to do it, and we are out of here, and we will see you Monday night for our Raw review right here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, your official House of Glory review station, and we will see you then. Have a great night.